Next, you may remember Rick from Metro Transit sharing their journey with Ubisense to digitise their bus depot operations in Minneapolis and St Paul's. I caught up with Rick at the end of last year to find out how things have been going. Welcome back, Rick. Thanks for joining us again. I wonder if you can fill us in a little bit about what's been happening since we last spoke to you.
Yes. So we did upgrade the hardware where we have 7 facilities, and it went pretty smooth. After the first garage, kind of had lessons learned, and after that, it went much smoother. So now we can take full advantage of Smartspace, where we had some limitations where we had the old hardware in.
What kind of impact has that had, moving to that new system in your facilities?
It's with the increased accuracy, I don't get as much calls or as many calls. End users seem to be happy. We've added some features with Hastis import. It's been working fairly well with that. And it's been pretty solid since we upgraded.
Excellent. And in addition to the accuracy that you've mentioned, did you learn anything new about the products in this last year when you were migrating to the new hardware?
We're just kind of tapping into that with the features with Smartspace. We just finished our 8th facility. There's a new garage opening. There's 185 sensors in there, I believe. We have access gates at transit centers that we use sensors for. And they're kind of standalone systems right now. We're going to import those into Smartspace. Besides Metro Transit, there's other agencies that access those gates, and they can buy the tags from you, and then they can get the access. It's a cost-effective way to have the other agencies gain access. But that's why it's nice to be able to incorporate that into Smartspace so I can see who has access. If someone shouldn't have it, we can disable it.
Very good. So you're starting to get a bird's eye view of not just your own operations, but some of the partner transit authorities in the area.
Yep. And there's a couple other agencies talking with Ubisense about installing the system. When we detect a bus entering the garage, and then we'll show it where to park.
Okay, so that's guiding the drivers of the vehicles where they should be positioning the bus in the depot?
Yes. Because we have articulating buses, electric buses, 40-foot buses, they each have their own spot where they have to go base, or if it's maintenance or whatever it may be.
Fantastic. And you mentioned as well last year that you were migrating to a new version of the web maps that you were particularly keen on and thought the users would get value. How have they been received by your users?
Very well. Multiple icon colors that we've been adding since we added Smartspace, so it tells the end user more about the bus. Like a green is available, white's assigned. A little bit more detail if the bus is late pulling out or driver's not assigned to it. So it's kind of evolving as we go, as we find more stuff we can do.
Very good. And just thinking about outside of your depot and what METC are doing, what sort of changes are you seeing in the industry? What's happening for you that may be affecting the way you're thinking about what you use the technology for?
Obviously, electric buses are coming. We have 8 already. There's the technology we can use with tags and identifying certain situations with the battery buses or electric buses.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like with the electrification of the fleet and increased variety and your complexity in your operations, it sounds like having a system to help you is going to be a big advantage next year.
Yes. And we're just exploring, it's just the tip of the iceberg, I guess, to see what else we can do.
Fantastic. Well, Rick, thanks again very much for joining us and giving us an update on your projects. Really looking forward to working with you and all the team at METC. And again, thanks very much for sharing an update with us this time.
Thank you. We're always moving forward.